This is a horror story told by Miss Fawn, who experienced a chilling encounter and shared it with us. Miss Fawn, a presenter and MC for events, was assigned to travel to Nakhon Nayok province, Thailand, for an event. The organizer booked accommodation at a local hotel for her and 5 other female presenters. They arrived between 11 o'clock and 11:30 p.m., exhausted from work and eager to rest. When their van pulled up in front of the hotel, one teammate went inside to check in. As Miss Fawn and the others stepped out, they were struck by the building's unsettling appearance. The hotel looked ancient, almost like a set from a horror film, its age carrying a palpable eeriness. Even though it was in the city center, it felt isolated and strange. The building was shaped like an E or U, and by any standard, it would barely qualify for 2 stars. Standing outside, they already felt uneasy. One colleague clung to Miss Fawn's arm, glancing repeatedly toward the large rooftop above. A heavy, suffocating atmosphere seemed to press down on them before they had even stepped inside. Inside the lobby, the sense of dread deepened. Cobwebs hung in corners, the wooden furniture was worn, and an old clock suggested decades had passed since it was new. Old photographs on the walls exuded an ominous air. The overall cleanliness left much to be desired. Still, too tired to argue, they focused on getting to their rooms. Miss Fawn quietly asked the team why this hotel was chosen. They said online reviews made it seem fine, suggesting they at least inspect the rooms. But when it came time to separate, the event staff did not stay in the same building. The 3 rooms for Miss Fawn and her group, 2 people per room, were in another wing, with no other staff nearby. A lone hotel employee led them upstairs. As they climbed and turned left, the hallway filled with sealed, abandoned rooms. Some had their number plates removed. Others were boarded shut with wooden planks in an X shape, and some had broken doors piled with damaged furniture. The sight made Miss Fawn certain she wouldn't sleep easily. Reaching her room, she decided to open the air conditioner herself. She slid the keycard in, the lights came on. Immediately to her right sat a man with his head bowed, only a few steps away. His short cropped hair was visible, but not his face. His arms rested on the chair's armrests. Miss Fawn was not one to scare easily, but the sight shocked her into stepping back. Gathering her courage, she spoke softly, asking the spirit to allow her to rest just one night, promising to pray for him later. When she stepped back inside, the figure had vanished. Soon after, the others entered their rooms. Screams and strange noises erupted from the opposite room. But Miss Fawn tried to ignore them. Her hands trembled as she unpacked. While tidying up, her roommate dropped a key near the headboard. A cockroach scurried out. Dust coated everything, and under the bed she found dead ants, cockroach remains, and grime, alongside several 5-baht coins, possibly offerings left to claim the space. Shaken, the 6 women gathered in one room near midnight. They agreed to leave the hotel, though they worried about seeming difficult to the event organizers. One woman stepped out to take photos of the hallway and stairwell. The pictures looked normal that night, and she even posted them to Facebook. Before leaving, Miss Fawn remembered she had left her work outfit in the room and her promise to pray. Not wanting to break it, she returned with a prayer book and recited the powerful China Banshan chant. As she prayed, the suffocating heaviness in the room lifted. She quickly sent merit to the spirit, grabbed her clothes, then left. As they descended the stairs, a loud, harsh male voice shouted from behind, "Where are you going?" The sound came from the far end of the hall. All 6 heard it. 2 women bolted. Miss Fawn urged them not to run, recalling her grandmother's warning that running from such things could be dangerous. They quickened their pace until they reached the lobby. Checking out, they still felt watched. A friend said she had sensed eyes on them since the van arrived, then had seen 10 to 20 figures staring from the rooftop. Later, at a nearby night market, Miss Fawn asked a vendor about the hotel. The vendor reluctantly revealed its dark reputation. Rape, suicide, hanging, and violent robberies had all occurred there. Locals avoided it entirely. They finally secured new lodgings at 1 a.m., a feat given the busy event weekend. The next morning, one teammate shared a photo from the night before. In it, clearly visible, was the figure of a person hanging by the neck on the fire escape, something no one had seen at the time. The face, bent neck, and white clothing were unmistakable. The location had no white objects that could have caused a visual trick. The experience haunted them all. Miss Fawn even returned to Bangkok to take temporary vows. When she told her grandmother she had prayed the China Banshan chant, her grandmother was alarmed, warning that in places with strong, vengeful spirits, such a chant might provoke them. The hotel's low rate of 300 to 400 baht per night seemed to come with an unspoken cost. From then on, Miss Fawn and her colleagues agreed they would rather pay for their own rooms than stay in such a place again.